Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Becca's Books and Diamonds. Today I am here with a WIP N CHAT. For anyone who may not know or is new to the craft, WIP stands for Work in Progress. So basically you just grab anything you may be working on, whether that's a craft, diamond painting, crocheting, cross-stitching, whatever it may be, or if you're just doing something around the house and just need somebody to listen to in the background. You come and join, grab that, start that, and come and join me on this little chat. Kind of self-explanatory. So today I am working on Joker, Worst Heroes Ever from Diamond Art Club. I am going to be using the tray that came with this kit. I am also going to be using my new, very excited to show you guys, my new drill pen from Black Wolf Woodworks. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm 100% obsessed with this. It's purple, it's red, it's sparkly. I mean, it's crazy. This is my first custom drill pen. I've been using the ones that typically came with the kit before this. This drill pen includes a multi-placer as well as a single placer. I'm a single placer myself, but it's kind of nice to have the multi-placer at the other end. So today I'm just going to be talking about things going on in life. I'm going to be giving a post review on the book I just finished, which is Unbirthday. If you didn't catch my other WIP N CHAT, my last one, I did talk about it from the point where I was. And I have some thoughts, guys. I am going to be talking about the book I'm going to be starting, and I'm going to give thoughts about this kit so far. So I hope you guys are ready, and let's get started. Before we get into anything though, I just want to know, how are you guys doing? I hope your last week and a half since we chatted last has been going well. I hope nothing crazy has happened, and that your week has been far less eventful than mine has. And not completely in a good way either, but I'll get into that later. Anyway, how are you doing? First question of the video, are you guys reading anything? Did you start a new book? Are you reading a series already? What are your thoughts? I'd love to know. That's just something I'm going to ask, every question. Oh my goodness. Every video. Because I'm curious, like I say every time. It's just kind of cool to know, especially if we are like-minded, like the same kind of things. And it's a good way for me to get recommendations. And a good way for me to recommend things for you. So, this first story is going to make you laugh. Well, I hope. I laugh at myself, and that's okay. And anyone who has been diamond painting for a while is probably going to laugh as well, but that's okay. Starting with this kit, it is a square kit, which means it uses the square drills, as you can see, and it is my first square kit. I have done, not by choice, it's just kind of worked out this way. I've done round drill paintings the entire time, like since I started diamond painting. It's just kind of worked out that way. Just the kits that I am into have been round drill paintings. So this is my first square kit. And obviously, I mean, if you've been diamond painting for a while, or, you're in any kind of diamond painting group, you've probably heard, people hem and haw about square kits, whether the square drills, don't fit, or, they're not fitting together, and they're sideways and crooked, and there's gaps, etc., etc. Any and every complaint you could think of, people say it. Not to call out anybody who feels that way. I'm just saying that, that's kind of the general thing you hear when someone says that they're going to be working on a square kit. Well, I was very hesitant, I guess, to start a square kit. I love challenges, so I thought it would be fun, but guys, this kit, and this kit specifically, is kind of giving me an existential crisis. Like an existential diamond painting crisis. If that's even a thing. I question everything that I've done in the way that I diamond paint and have been diamond painting for the last year. So, first of all, and this is going to make me sound like not the brightest bulb in the pack, but these drills, guys, let me see if I can like really show you and get it to focus. Do you see how tiny those square drills are? These are black they're not ABs. These are black 310s, is what I meant to say. Very sparkly. But they're tiny. They're absolutely tiny. Now, can someone explain to me why, how they're so tiny? I don't know. I just feel like when you see people work on square kits, the square drill seems so big. I don't know. Maybe it's just because, and I was thinking about this, which made me kind of feel kind of silly. Is it just because people are super zoomed in on the drills? I don't get it. I was expecting, I don't know, bigger drills. Maybe they're this small because of the sheer number of drills on this kit. There's over 76,000 drills for this painting. So obviously it'd have to be small to have that large quantity of drills on the canvas. But like, I don't know, it blew my mind, guys. I opened the package and was like, oh boy. Which brought me into my, first quandary. I'm a single placer. In every video that you've seen me do so far on my channel, I single place. And I single place exclusively because, I don't know, I just kind of feel like multi-placing is intimidating to me. And there's just something zen about single placing. You just kind of really get into that mindless pick up and place, which, I don't know, really helps turn my brain off. And that's no shade to anyone who multi-places, like at all. So please don't take it that way. I'm just saying, me personally, I single place. But again, this kit is huge. It's ginormous. So I started, and it made me question whether or not I wanted to multi-place. And it is kind of confetti. I should say there's like small sections where there's color blocking, like you kind of see like right here, a little bit right here. But like for the most part, it switches colors pretty regularly, which is really nice. But again, it's like for these 310s, as you can see, this kit came with 11 bags of these black drills. And I'm just sitting here like, if I multi-place, then I can get through it faster. Second question, has anybody who is a diamond painter ever felt like the symbols just multiply? Like magically, like all of a sudden there's 1,000 more of the symbol that you're working on? Because let me tell you, after the 8,000th black drill that I've placed, it seems like it's never ending. Again, not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to sound like I'm complaining or anything. It's just, it's crazy. So here I am, thinking, should I multi-place? Should I single place? What am I doing? Oh no. And I, am kind of freaking out. Like I said, I just start questioning everything about me. And the second thing I start questioning is sectioning. Like, should I section off this kit? The kit came with a roll of washi tape. And typically, the way I work on my kits is I just like roll up the plastic, you know, and leave, you know, a wide section like this, like how you're seeing it right now, instead of squaring it off and like saying just doing this little section and then this section and then, you know, and sectioning off the canvas. And I started this kit again, and it was just the sheer number of drills in such a small area. I was like, how am I going to get this done? Like, should I section it off? Like, would that make it seem like it's going faster? I don't know. And I've never sectioned a canvas, guys, ever. But like, the kit came, like I said, the kit came with washi tape. I was like, is that the universe telling me that I should section this kit off? I'm losing my mind. So far, I have not. I've not succumbed to this crisis that I'm having, in this diamond painting identity crisis that I'm having. Yet. I say that, but we'll see what happens. Especially since I have to have this kit done in 2 weeks. Yeah, today's the 2nd, right? So this is actually going to be a birthday gift for my boyfriend, because he enjoys Suicide Squad and Jared Leto's Joker specifically, who is depicted on this canvas. I also got the Harley one, but the Harley is for me because I love Harley Quinn. So I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll totally get this done, and this will be your birthday present, so you can hang it up. And then I opened this kit, guys, and I was like, I don't know if I can make that happen, because I am a single mom, so I have to pick my daughter up from school, and I have her during the week, and I have school. You know, I'm a student trying to get my bachelor's, and I'm just like, what did I sign up for? Because I'm good, or, you know, well, I'm okay. I'm still learning. But I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could pull it off. And if I do, it's going to be a lot of long nights. I can tell you that. But has anybody else ever felt that way? Like, you started a project that you're like super pumped about, and then you open it and you go, oh no, what did I do? Because that's how I'm feeling. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. And again, I think the fact that this is going to be a gift for somebody, I am okay doing it, because this kit is not necessarily in the style that I typically like. I am more of a fantasy girl. Like Moon Elf, I just completed the kit that I did right before this, and I did Transparent, also from Diamond Art Club. So, and don't get me wrong, I love the Joker, I love Harley. Not to say that I love the character, you know, and how they are, and, you know, the abusive relationship that he and Harley have, or anything like that, or any of the bad things. I enjoy the character. So please don't come at me for that comment that I enjoy them. But I don't know, it's just, this kit, like I said, isn't necessarily what I would have gotten. I don't think I would have gotten it if it were not a gift. But also, on the other hand, you know, when Diamond Art Club released this kit, it also, you know, they also released Harley. And I loved Margot Robbie as Harley. You know, I love Harley Quinn in general, all iterations of her. Come on, work with me here. So, I really wanted that. So they kind of go hand in hand, you know, obviously. But yeah, that kit is the same size as this one. And I think I'll enjoy working on her just slightly more than working on this one. Probably because I love just how much I love Harley Quinn. Needless to say, I don't mind. It's a gift. It gives me an excuse to do the craft that helps me relax. So, and he, like I said, he loves Jared Leto's Joker. He enjoyed the movie. Again, don't come at us for saying that, because it is not a popular movie. A lot of people did not enjoy Jared Leto as the Joker, and that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. But that's a whole can of worms that, you know, we can get in at another time, because I'm sure there will be at least one more WIP N CHAT where I'm working on this kit. So what are your guys' thoughts? Have you ever had an existential crisis like that? Did I ask that already? Probably. As you may have seen or realized from my other videos, I am very flow of consciousness when I talk. So if I repeat myself, I apologize. If you're someone who is annoyed when somebody repeats themselves, well, I'm sorry. This may not be the place for you. Just because, again, I'm just kind of going off the cuff, as they say. Just going with what pops into my head. So yeah, so that's the crisis that I am dealing with at the moment. Do I section this kit off? Do I multi-place for the first time ever? I should say that. I taught my daughter how to multi-place. She enjoys multi-placing. I enjoy single placing. But that's neither here nor there. So, yeah, let me know. If you've dealt with this and what your solutions have been. Did you give in? Did you section off the diamond painting? Did you start multi-placing, so to speak? So I'm curious. I'm curious to know what you guys say. But that's where I am with this kit. I will say, and I'll mention this in a post review, if, you know, when I get to finishing this kit and I get to do a post review. Also, side note, I will be doing post reviews. I know, you know, some of you are probably like, you pretty much only post WIP N Chats, Becca. Like, what's going on? Don't you want to do other things? And the answer is yes. Yes, I do. And I will. It's just, I find that I have so much to tell you guys that I end up doing a lot of WIPs. Or WIP N Chats, I should say. Yeah. So, but that's just, so post reviews will be coming. But going back, this kit, guys, the ABs in this kit, my guys, like, Diamond Art Club pulled out the stops. I don't know if it's because it's a like comic book based series or what, but there are so many ABs in this kit, and some of them are like right close together, and they're gorgeous. And I don't know why, but like taking pictures, and I don't know if you could tell in the video, but it just doesn't do them justice. Like, there's a section like right here, a little off camera, I don't think you guys can see it, where there's orange ABs, and then here, which I believe you can see, there's some white ABs, and then pretty much all of Suicide Squad are the white ABs. I was worried, like, when I was doing the unboxing, about the sheer number of ABs in this kit, but wow, like, wow. for anyone who may not know or is new to the craft, AB stands for Aurora Borealis. And that just means that there's a special iridescent coating on top of the drills that just kind of make them sparkle a little bit more. And they are absolutely stunning, and they enhance any piece that they're a part of. And, you know, they're just really pretty. I think it gives a nice pop to whatever you're working on. But anyway, there are a ton, especially the white AB, whose DMC number I think is 141. Yeah, 141. They're stunning. Oh my lord. Like, when this kit is complete, just like the sparkle and the shine alone is going to be mind-blowing. It is going to look so good, and I'm so excited because there are more ABs up in here. There's the yellow and the orange. Like I said, there's whites all through here. Pretty much anywhere there's white on this kit is going to be the white AB. And I am fully here for it. I was kind of concerned because, you know, I was worried that maybe it might be too much. It is not too much, at least not yet. It is, I mean, I trust Diamond Art Club, and I trust their renderings and their decisions for ABs, at least so far in the kits that I've worked on, and they haven't let me down. So, like, my qualms are, like, gone about these ABs. They are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't deal with it. I can't handle it. So I am very excited to see it complete, despite what I said earlier about not knowing if this was in my style and whether I'd like it. Because I do, and I'm enjoying working on it. So yeah, so that's kind of that on this kit. Is anybody else working on this kit? Let me know. I've saw a few unboxings for it. Oh, that's where the plastic is. That drill cannot go there until I get to that section. As I was saying, I saw a lot of unboxings for this kit. I saw a few people get it as sneak peeks. But I don't think I've seen anybody actually complete it yet. So let me know if you happen to stumble on my channel and you're someone who has worked on either the Joker or Harley from Diamond Art Club. Let me know. You know, shout out I'd love to see, you know, pictures. Post a picture in the comments if you can, or you know, if you have a page, if it's linked to your Instagram and you're okay, you know, with me checking it out. I would just love to see it. I would love to see it complete. I think that would be really, really cool. Because like I said, I don't know of many people who have worked on this. Which is interesting because I know when they posted they were releasing it, there was a ton of interest. Or at least it seemed like there was a ton of interest. But I digress. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the kits. On this kit so far. And everything that I'm going through while working on it and questioning my life choices. My diamond painting life choices. And being a single placer and not sectioning off my kits. I don't know. It's a constant battle I have with myself. But, yeah. So, what else? Okay. Now, this is going to be, I think, something that I'm going to do with my books as I'm going. I'm going to read the, like, little synopsis that's on the back covers, or sometimes inside covers, of the new books that I'm going to be reading. And I want to talk to you guys about Unbirthday. For anyone who watched my last WIP N Chat, I was 3/4 of the way finished with that book, Unbirthday, and I finally finished. And I'm going to do my best to not give spoilers, just in case you do want to check it out about the end. But I have to tell you my thoughts, guys. Like, excuse me, sorry. I just have to. I have thoughts. I have to organize those thoughts, but boy, do I have thoughts. And then I'll get into the new book. And like I said, I'll read the synopsis and we'll just see and talk about thoughts on that. I have cat fur. Where are my tweezers? I don't know. That's okay. So, Unbirthday. My final thoughts on Unbirthday is it was good, but I felt like I have mixed feelings on the end. But the author, okay, so it's hard because, like I said, so many thoughts. For anyone who has not watched the WIP N CHAT, Unbirthday is an Alice in Wonderland twisted tale. And all of your favorite characters are back from the original story. Obviously, Alice, Mad Hatter, you know, the Dormouse, the Dodo, the Caterpillar. Everyone is there in some capacity or another. Tweedledee, Tweedledum. And it's really cool. And I mentioned in the last time I talked about it that there were moments where I gasped out loud and it made me feel a certain kind of way, like strongly, that I emoted out loud when events were happening. And I talked about how not a lot of books can do that for me. They're few and far between, I should say. But then as I read and kept going, I don't know, it just kind of, it didn't stop being exciting. And it didn't stop being well written and gorgeous and really good. But it felt almost, I don't know, rushed, maybe. Like, they got to the end, and I thought it was really cool. I thought the final sequence was interesting. I don't think I've ever read anything like that. It was a cool concept, but then it just kind of ended. Again, I'm trying to describe this in a way that doesn't give you too much, too many spoilers. Because the end goal of the whole story is super important, and you kind of figure out what it is in the middle of the book. But I don't know. I don't know. It also, it kind of rivaled things that are going on in the world right now. That I'm not going to really get into because this is neither the time nor the place. Everybody knows world events currently going on. But it was, it was interesting for me because having that kind of parallel and just the way that the characters acted in those situations, it was almost soothing, like kind of calming, and it was welcoming, and it was a joyful end. But it would, like, it really made me think, like, about life, like real life. And usually books are something used to escape that. So I don't think I was fully prepared for that kind of parallel. And again, it's not, I say that and that it parallels, kind of world events right now, but I don't want you to think that, oh my gosh, if that's the case, then it's going to be way too heavy, way too dark. Like I can't deal with that right now. And some people may not be able to, and that's okay. You don't have to be able to, but it was really well done, and it was very, very interesting, and not something that I had seen coming. Like, I would not have expected the book to end the way that it did. So I still stand by what I said before. I highly recommend this book, guys, especially if you are a fan of Alice in Wonderland. You have to check it out. And the author also did something kind of cool, too, at the end of the book. So, whenever you're watching something like a movie or you're reading a book, and you are left with like questions at the end of it, and you're like, but what about this? Like, did Harry get Sally? What happened? Like, did Frodo get the ring to Mordor? Sorry, I was just taking a drink. And you're kind of left with those questions. So what this author did was, at the end, she's like, I know that, kind of in the epilogue, she kind of did I know that you have questions, and I am sure you have a lot of questions, but I'm going to answer only 3 of those questions that you may be asking yourself right now. And that is something that I don't think I've ever seen ever in a book. I mean, you're always going to have questions, I guess. I don't think, or I don't know of, maybe you do, of any movie or book that answers every question you have about the events. I don't know if you can answer every question that someone may have about the events in a book. So the fact that she did that was actually really cool. And it was kind of like a tease. Like, yeah, oh, okay, that's cool. But now I have more questions, how could you do that to me? So I thought it was cool, and like just a really neat thing to do to kind of tie up the end of the story. So kudos on that. So yeah, all in all, as I said, I do think that it is worth the get. It is worth the buy. It is worth the read. Like I said, especially if you are a fan of Alice in Wonderland, because it was very good. The ending was very interesting. Like I said, it's just I don't know. There's just something about it that's like, wow, like, wow. it really, it made me think. It made me question how I felt about things. It was brilliantly written. And again, I will recommend this book to anybody. So please go check it out. It is called Unbirthday. It is an Alice in Wonderland twisted tale. I picked mine up at Target when I bought it, so you can probably find it there. Or if you're lucky enough to live near a bookstore, that, you can check it out. I'm sure they will have it anywhere you can buy books. So those are my final thoughts. Just absolutely incredible. Highly recommend. Very interesting. Oh, I missed a spot. Very interesting ending. Crazy emotions. Just, I had to take a moment and sit back and really think about this book. So good. So good. I am kind of sad that it's done. It's like, but we just went on this incredible journey and this happened, and how can you leave me now? I saw a meme somewhere. It was like, had a picture of someone like holding a book to their chest, like sitting on a pile of books, and saying pain is when your heart is broken by a book, at the end of a book, and realizing that the rest of the world has just gone on with their lives. I kind of feel like that. Like, life has gone on, and I'm sitting there struggling with all the things I feel about this book. And now I have to start a new book. And I don't know. It's hard. It's so hard. Struggles of being a bookworm, guys. It's, the pain is real. So, yeah. Now, the next book. What are we reading next, you may be asking? Well, the next book I actually got as a Christmas present from my mom. We do a, like, Yankee swap. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, of books every Christmas. And basically, my mom buys a bunch of different books that she thinks everyone in the family would enjoy, and then writes a description on the tag, like, where it says who it's from. And we have to guess the book. And then once you guess, we go around in a circle. Everyone takes turns. And when you answer, you get that book. But the person after you has the choice of, when they get their book, either swapping their book for somebody else's or keeping it. So obviously, the person who goes first gets their book, and then they're kind of left with, if they get swapped with, whatever they're left with. But it's kind of a family tradition, and I do really love and look forward to that tradition. So this next book I got in that tradition while we're doing it this past Christmas. And I have heard many things about it. I've seen it advertised all over the place. It is a young adult novel. Again, it is fiction and fantasy. And without further ado, the new book is, let's see if I can get it. No, I can't get it with my setup. Okay, so let's try to do it this way. There we go. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So here's my question. Has anybody read this book? Has anybody heard of it? What are your thoughts on it? I'm very curious. Like I said, I've seen it advertised in a number of places. I've heard a lot of people in like various groups that I'm a part of talk about it. So I'm very curious. But let's read what it says on the back cover. Sharpen your blade, harden your heart. Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous high court of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong there, but many of the Fae despise humans, especially Prince Cardan, the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. To win a place at the court, Jude must defy him and face the consequences. From #1 New York Times bestselling author Holly Black comes the first book in a stunning trilogy filled with twists and enchantment as one girl learns the true meaning of power. Very, very interested. And I hope you guys are too. I will probably be starting that today or later today. Just to, because I, like I said, finished my last book and I have this one next, and that was kind of the plan when I got it. That's kind of what I figured I would do. After that Yankee swap, I was already started on Unbirthday, so I couldn't exactly start with that one immediately. But what are your thoughts? What do you guys think of that little synopsis or description? I love reading those. That's part of the things that I used to consider what book I'm going to be reading next. Because if it's interesting and it sounds interesting, then I will obviously get it. And I'll pick it up and I'll give it a shot. But I also do read the reviews like from other authors and see if there's any authors that I know and that I enjoy. Because if an author that I've read before has reviewed this book and, you know, gives it a good review, then I'm more likely to try it myself. Just because it's like I like their writing, and so if they like it, then it must be okay. Right? Right. But thoughts. I would love to know your thoughts. Are you intrigued? I would love to know. I am certainly intrigued. There aren't many books that I've read that deal with the fairy realm. And so that's kind of a world and a lore that I am less familiar with. I mean, there were definitely some books that have dealt with fairies in some series that I've seen on TV and stuff that dealt with fairies. But that hasn't really been a primary, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like genre. No, not genre. Lore? Whatever. That I've read in the past. So it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to know how this crown prince is the wicked crown prince. And also I enjoy that kind of human versus insert different creature here showdowns, you know, humans versus vampires, humans versus wolves, etc., etc. So to have the Fae included is going to be very interesting, I think. And again, I've heard a lot of things. I've heard a lot of good things. I can't recall hearing many bad things from the people that I know that have read the book. So we'll see. And if it's good, then obviously I will pick up the other books in the series. And we'll keep going. So this is, I think I mentioned in like my first WIP N CHAT, that I'm going to have like a book per canvas. And depending on the size of the canvas, there may be 2 books per canvas. We'll see. hopefully I'll enjoy it, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you guys all about it. And not to be feared, or don't worry about thinking, well, you're probably going to be biased and you'll just say it's good because it's on your channel. No, I don't play that game. I don't like thinking that people are going to tell me about something and say it's great when in reality they think it's garbage. That's just not fair. Like, why would I waste your time as well as my time trying to make it seem like I enjoy something that I don't? But that's so I will be honest, if it is not my cup of tea, if it doesn't really enchant me, I will try to finish, because I really try to finish the books that I start. They have to be really some kind of bad for me not to finish it, or like really not my cup of tea. But I do give it a go, and I do give it a hard try before I bow out or tap out and say I just can't. So, and as I've said before, if you have recommendations and you want to recommend something that you think I may like or that you enjoy but would love my opinion on, let me know. And it doesn't matter what genre it is. It doesn't matter if it's fiction, YA, nonfiction, it could be a play, anything, anything you could be interested or want to chat about, let me know and I will check it out, as long as I have the means to do so. I will try to hunt it down and read it and give it a shot, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Because again, book recommending it's very important, and I think it's a great conversation starter. I've said that before, but so yeah. Anyway, let me know if you are interested in The Cruel Prince, or if you are interested in Unbirthday. And if you're reading either or start reading either, feel free to comment and be like, hey, I started this and I would absolutely, enjoy opening up a dialogue about it. I think that would be cool and a lot of fun. And it's a good way to distract yourself from life events. But anyway, life, let's move on, shall we? Life updates. Well, I have some exciting news, and I have some crazy things that happened to me this past week since I've been gone. Let's start with craziness first, because I want to end on something that I'm very excited about and kind of leave on a good note. This last week and a half, guys, has been absolutely a mental and emotional roller coaster. I have found myself questioning not only my diamond painting self, teehee, but also things in my life in general. I had a very open conversation, or transparent conversation with my manager at my store. And that conversation really kind of threw me for a loop. I don't know, I just feel like something that I've been working and doing for 5 years, all of a sudden that foundation is shaky now. I don't know if I will be able to continue I feel some kind of way about this situation. I was pretty much told that, my availability is not what the business needs, was the basic gist of it. And I it like threw me for a loop because I was like, oh, okay. And that's not to say it wasn't mean, it wasn't malicious, it was not said in a way that was like, so, get your and get out. But it was still jarring because like I work hard at anything I do. Am I the best employee? Absolutely not, nor will I try to fool myself and say that I am. But I don't know. It was hard. It was hard to hear that and to have it kind of come out of, what's it saying? Left field, come out of left field. All of a sudden, because like I said, I'm not a bad employee. I'm not the best employee, but still, I work hard. I do my job. I'm fairly good at my job. I wouldn't have it if I wasn't. So yeah, I have been struggling and kind of wondering where to go from here. Like, what do I do? How do I deal with that? Because now I like I said, I feel a kind of way, and it may not necessarily be the way that my manager intended. Like I said, it wasn't malicious or anything. It was just she was just being transparent with me about the situation she's in. So yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop. And on top of that, I lost my wallet last week. That was fun. Not. Thankfully, everything was returned. Oh my gosh, this drill is gonna drive me nuts because it did not go on straight at all. There we go. Everything was returned. A police officer said somebody turned it in. Everything was in there. Nobody tried to like use my cards or anything. It really worked out in the best situation, in the best way that it could. So that was good. Yay. But again, that stress of having that plus the stress of what's going on at work has really it was rough. It's put a strain on my mental health because on top of that there's school, and what am I going to do about that? Should anything happen, there's just been, my mind has gone a trillion miles a minute, and that's where I am. That's kind of why again, there was a big chunk of time between my last WIP N CHAT and this one, just because I've been trying to figure out what I'm doing in regards to that. So yeah, all that to be said, I'm still there. Things are still going as they are, and we'll see. That's all you can do. It's keep your head up, go in, do what you got to do, go home, and I've got my daughter who's incredible and she's learning so much, and she's my little sass monster. And I love teaching her and seeing her learn, seeing the things she does in school. So I have things to distract me, needless to say. And diamond painting, obviously, because this crazy undertaking that I have embarked on to get this done for my boyfriend's birthday has kept me distracted and has kept me going. So I'm good. I am okay. It's like I said, we just gotta see. things happen, and I like to believe that sometimes things happen for a reason, and things will work out, right? I have a support system. I have somebody who, you know, loves me and supports me in all the decisions that I make. And I'm very fortunate in that way. So we just got to keep moving on. But that's enough of the crazy, stressful aspect of my life. What else? Oh, my daughter has Spirit Week this week at school. So they do typically wear uniforms. And but this week is dress down week because it's their Spirit Week and they have a different theme. And today's theme was superheroes. And my daughter is not really obsessed, but she like really loves Spider-Man. She is a huge fan. I don't know if you guys have seen it. But there's a cartoon of Spider-Man. It's like Spidey and Friends or something like that. And she loves Ghost Spider. So my mom was awesome enough. And my mom is the crafty one in the family, like the super crafty one in the family. She printed out a picture of Ghost Spider on like iron-on paper, and we put that on a white shirt for her to wear today for that, and she was very excited about it. So I cannot. That was really cool. She's had sports day. Monday was wear red and hat day. And I think it's kind of cool because her school, whenever they do like a spirit day, it's to benefit a charity of some kind. So like, or like an organization. So the wear red was in honor of the American Heart Association, which was really nice. But they, you know, so they kind of do things like that. Like, there was, you know, one for, I think it was PAWS or the ASPCA was one of the organizations, you know, that they raised money for. And it's not like donate, you know, $10. It's just like have each kid bring in $1 to raise money for this specific charity or organization that we're sponsoring this week. So I think it's really cool that they do that. And they also, you know, the donating is not required. It's not like they're pressuring you into it. So I think it's a really cool system that the school has set up, and it's a fun time for the kids to be able to relax and not have to be in their uniform. Yeah, and tomorrow she has crazy mismatched socks day, which will be fun. And then Friday, it all culminates in pajama day. And my daughter does not lack for pajamas. She has onesies, she has nightgowns, she's got, you know, just the normal shirt and pants, you know, pajama pants. So it's going to be interesting to see which one she picks to wear. So yeah, so that's kind of life right now. My little one, and school, and work, and diamond painting, and reading. That's the big to do lately. So yeah, and this is where I'm like really super excited. I'm going to my first ever con. And you may be thinking, oh, really? Like, awesome. I have not gotten a chance to go to Comic-Con. I've never been to like any of the local cons. It is on my bucket list. It is something that I want to do. But yeah, so this con is happening not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, there will be a ton of pictures, believe me. But it is 90s con. Is anybody here a millennial? Did anybody grow up like watching TV in the 90s? So it's happening. It's local. Well, happening in my state, not necessarily local, but and I bought my boyfriend and I weekend passes to go to this convention. And I am so unbelievably excited. My inner like millennial, like 90s kid is going crazy, you guys. The cast of Boy Meets World is going to be there. Well, some of the cast of Boy Meets World is going to be there. The cast of Kim Possible, the cast of the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So like Melissa Joan Hart and, you know, that iteration of Sabrina. They're going to be at this con. And AJ McLean and Nick Carter and like all of these people who were huge and all these shows, the cast of the original All That is going to be there. There's supposedly going to be a place where you can get slimed for anyone who like was a Nickelodeon fan. I don't know. Has anybody else ever wanted to be slimed? I have always wanted to be slimed, you guys. Like watching TV and watching the people like on the different game shows, like oh gosh, what was it? Not This or That, but like Danny Tamborelli was on it. He's also going to be there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just blanked on this name. I'm going to remember once I'm done recording. But Double Dare 2000, you know, anywhere that they slimed you on Nickelodeon. I sat there as a kid watching and being like, God, I would pay to be slimed. So I'm kind of hoping I get slimed. Anyway, who else? Christopher Lloyd is going to be there. You can like take a picture with him and a DeLorean. And as much as I would absolutely love to do that, you know, as in typical con fashion, convention fashion, I mean, not like con, like criminal con, for those who may not know what I mean, they, you know, these photo ops are pretty expensive. So I can't spare that kind of money right now, on top of the tickets and everything that I got. Unfortunately, I would love to. I would pay. But he is going to be doing a panel, like a Back to the Future panel, that I'm hoping that I'll be able to catch and see. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I did get a photo op, buy tickets to a photo op with Ryder Strong, who plays Sean on Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World. I guess he appeared. I never watched Girl Meets World because I have such fond memories of the original show. Same thing with any of like those new ones. Like I didn't see Fuller House either. Cast from that will be there as well. You know, from Full House. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. So it'll be, I don't know. I cannot put into the words how excited I am. And as I was saying, I just remembered, sorry, I went off on a tangent. Ryder Strong. So I am going to be getting a picture with him, and anyone who is an adult now, and may have rewatched Boy Meets World will know that Sean Hunter was the true hero and true star of Boy Meets World. Like, as an adult, you know, we don't really notice it. I didn't notice it as a kid. But Corey was like not a good person. he was like, Sean was like, his story like was the one that made you really feel and think, and like, especially as Corey got older, it just got kind of annoying, but I still love the show. And I just did a rewatch not too long ago. But yeah, Sean Hunter. I've loved Sean Hunter since the first day I watched the show. So to be able to take a picture with him, with Ryder Strong, who was Sean Hunter, it's gonna make my heart soar. And I'm gonna be able to go to all these different panels. They're gonna have like a 90's trivia night. There's one of the panels is going to be Hocus Pocus in Halloween Town, and I am just so pumped, you guys. I can't wait to share with you the pictures and what happened in a WIP N CHAT coming up once that's passed, and be able to show. Quick note, this is a fairly new channel. You know, I kind of just decided that this was going to happen, but I did just set up an Instagram account, same name, Becca's Books and Diamonds. So there's not many pictures on there now. I literally just set it up like 2 hours, like maybe an hour ago. But if you're interested and you want to see my diamond painting and life and progress and all that good stuff, check that out. Give me a follow. And yeah, so I've been talking your ear off now for a little over an hour. But yeah, let me go. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have a great week. And I hope to talk to you soon. And I can't wait to update you on the Cruel Prince as well as the con and anything of the craziness that is going on. So thanks again. If you like this video and you enjoy this kind of talk about books, talk about life, talk about fun things, think about giving me a like, think about hitting that subscribe button so you're notified anytime I post a video. And hopefully I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you very much. Bye.